Good afternoon, everyone. This is Peggy, oh my angels. Today's wonderful Wednesday, July 15th, and here we are on our live show. I always stop right here and kind of check in to make sure everybody can hear me. Let's see here. If you post in the chats, let me know that you're there. I appreciate it. Let's see if you guys can hear me okay. I'm showing everything's good on my end. Let's see here, get everything situated a little bit better. Renee's in the house. Hi, Renee. So can you hear me okay? Can you let me know you can hear me or not? Let's see. I think that noise and everything's good. I'm showing all good on my end. Okay. All right, well, what I want to talk about today, a couple of things. Number one, thank you for showing up. Here on Wednesday afternoons, what we do is I get you answers to your questions from your angels. And we also have angel education, which we're going to get into in just a minute. A couple of things I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is the fact that I have a brand new shirt on today. Let me see if you can, let me turn down here. Do you see this? Do you see? Says, oh my angels, wings up. And Bonnie over at Xanadu made this for me. It's not available for sale yet, but I was excited. It was so nice of her to do that. And again, on your first order over at Xanadu, if you put oh my angels, OH my angels 22, you'll get 22% off your first order. So I'm just saying it's a good place to support a woman in business, and the product is good, and I love it. So, and she also gave me got me a new one, oh my angel shirt, because my other one I was quite a bit larger, and now it's like a good night shirt. So I'm excited about that, and then you'll see in the next couple of weeks or so the other ones that I got. So I'm excited. She's got some great products. So just double checking. Renee, can you let me know? Can you acknowledge that you can hear me? Is that a yes? I don't want to keep talking if nobody can hear me. So give a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Let's see here. Let me just type it in here. So I typed in says I can hear you. Yay! So thank you for the compliment on the shirt. I know, I just love it. And if you guys want to write down her website, I guess I could type it in here real quick before I forget. xenadu.com. Don't you love it when spell check decides they want to spell it their way, and it's not what you put in there at all? Bear with me. Let me get this put in here. Code. And that's for 22% off the first order. I meant to put right then in there last week and forgot. I get sidetracked. And I have to tell you something exciting that happened right before I came on air. One of the things that Yogi and I used to do when I was in Arizona is we would go out on the porch and watch the hummingbirds in the hummingbird feeder. And we had this one hummingbird that just loved Yogi. Whenever I was out there and Yogi was on my lap, that hummingbird would get within like this far from Yogi's face. And Yogi would not try to snap at it or bark at it. He would just sit there and tilt his head back and forth, and this little hummingbird would just buzz all around him and then take off. And as I was getting ready to come back here to the room to finish getting ready for the show, I've had this bird feeder out there for the past week, and it didn't look like there was anything, nobody taking any drinks or whatever. And I looked up and there was a hummingbird there. I was like, yay, I got so excited. So, yeah, I love. Oh, wait, Renee says, no, can't hear you. Okay, I wonder why. What's going on here? All right, now I show it's going through here. Huh. Okay, bear with me just 1 second. 1 second. Yes, Wacky Wednesday. I could hear you fine, but now I can't. What about now? Is it better now? Yes. Yay! Wacky Wednesday. They gotta love it, right? After all the first, what, 6 weeks? Where every week it was something, oh my God, just couldn't get it together. Now it's like, we just take it all in stride. We either have Wonderful Wacky Wednesday or just Wonderful Wednesday or Wacky Wednesday. Today's a combination because I'm in an upbeat, positive mood. Yes, I still miss my yogi, and I have to give you guys an update on that as well because this is funny. I'm not sleeping well, and I think it's like anybody who has a significant other who passes. When you're used to sleeping with someone, um, and then all of a sudden they're not there, it's hard to get to sleep. And Yogi always slept between my legs, down by my knees. That was his place. And I just I'm having a heck of a time getting sleep. So I'm getting like maybe an hour and a half a night, and that's not good for my mental or physical well-being. So this morning I heard get a cuddle puppy. I'm like, what the hell was a cuddle puppy? So I looked it up, and this lady made these little stuffed animals. They're a puppy dog that has a heartbeat in it, and they made them for puppies when they first got moved in with their new parents, so to speak. Okay, because stop and think about it. And I had never really thought about it. When you take a puppy away from its siblings, now all of a sudden you've brought him home, and for somebody like me, I'd be thrilled to death to have a puppy, right? Like, yay, got a baby back, all excited, not realizing this little soul has been taken away from everything that they know, right? And how scary it must be. And so she made these little cuddle puppies that they can give off warmth, and they have a little heartbeat, and they're soft and plush and whatever. So I've ordered my new puppy a cuddle puppy. Now, do I have a new puppy yet? No. Do I have any idea when I'm going to get one? No. But I'm getting prepared. So I'm saying this, I'm buying this cuddle puppy for the new baby that's going to come in, but it's more or less for me as well right now. It's to, you know, as a kid you had a teddy bear, right? So I'm gonna I'm gonna have a cuddle puppy that in my mind I'm gonna get my scent on this little cuddle puppy and love on it, and that way when I bring my new baby home, when I have to leave, my new baby will still have something that has my scent on it and feel comforted and safe. So I'm taking more for the team, and I'm gonna get a cuddle puppy. And they've named it. The color that I got is called Biscuit. So Biscuit should be coming home tomorrow. So I thought that would make you guys smile. So we'll have a Biscuit before the new baby comes. Okay. So and I am looking, but I've got a lot of fairs going in August, so I tell myself to wait till September. But you know, Yogi and Jake Man are both kind of pushing for it. So we'll see what happens. It's up to God in the universe. But anyhow, I'm preparing. So I just thought you guys would feel better knowing that I'm preparing. So, okay, so let's get on with today's message. We've got, this is the last of the archangels today. And we're for the educational segment, and then we'll discuss next week the next part of the education. So today we're going to meet our final archangel, Archangel Jeremiel, and he's beautiful. I mean, this is just amazing, the information I learned about him. I'd never heard of him, so this was I thought it was pretty cool. His name in Hebrew means mercy of God. This relates to the reality that as human beings, the mercy of the divine is always available to us, but we ourselves may sometimes cut ourselves off from it. Jeremiel is here to help us reconnect with that mercy. He's also known to be the angel of visions and dreams. He communicates hopeful messages from God to people who are discouraged or troubled. So if you've been having hopeless feelings or feeling lost, Jeremiel is your angel to talk to. He's in your dreams with messages of hope. In addition to being an archangel of prophetic visions, Jeremiel also helps the newly crossed over souls do the review of their lives. And also, which I found very interesting, this is a service he provides to those of us that are still on this side. So he provides this for the living too. So if you would like to take an inventory of your life up till now so that you can make some positive adjustments, Archangel Jeremiel is the angel you want to call on. You don't have to wait until you pass. You can do a life review right now with his help. Now, how cool is that? I had no clue. Also, he communicates via mental moves, visions, dreams, and symbols. So if you've been having vivid dreams lately, or you keep seeing recurring symbols, pay attention. And this message, there's a friend of mine that is going through this, so you know who you are, and you know this message is for you. So that could be Jeremiel trying to get a message through to you. So stay open. He's also particularly helpful in assisting you with developing your clairvoyance, receiving prophetic visions, remembering dreams, and understanding the meaning of your dreams. So if you've been wanting to develop your own spiritual gifts, Jeremiel, absolutely the angel to call on. So if you want to call him in, here's something I wrote up. It's Archangel Jeremiel, please come to me tonight in my dreams and bring me your hopeful messages. Help me review my life with clarity, with compassion, so I can learn from my past and step confidently into my future. Please show me the blessings hidden in my experiences and help me see the beautiful path ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then I want you to pay close attention tonight and to the upcoming days or upcoming nights to your dreams, because Jeremiel loves to visit us while we sleep, and his messages are always full of hope. So, and with everything I've been going through with Yogi, I mean, this is a great angel to end our series with. Message of a hope. It's hard when you lose someone, but some days are easy, some days not so easy, but it's all a learning process. And for me, getting to see the blessings, which I already knew, but it's nice to be reminded of the blessings that I had with having Yogi in my life. So, and I'm looking forward to the next little blessing, the bundle of blessing. So you guys keep your eyes and ears open for me, okay? So, all right, you guys, that's our final archangel in our education series. We've now covered 12 beautiful archangels together, and what a journey it has been, from Archangel Michael all the way to Jeremiel. Now you have a whole team of angels you can call on by name for any situation in your life. You can call on Michael for protection and strength, Archangel Gabriel for communication and creativity, Archangel Uriel for wisdom and divine downloads, Archangel Raphael for healing and compassion, Haniel for joy and grace, Archangel Ariel for nature and abundance, Archangel Metatron for life purpose and spiritual growth, Sandalphon for music and prayer. Azrael for comfort and transition. Jophiel for beauty and positive thoughts. Shemuel for love and relationships. Zadkiel for forgiveness and transformation. Raguel for harmony and justice. And Jeremiel for visions and life review. Alma family now has a complete angel education for our archangels. Next week, we will talk about what comes next for our educational segment, but right now, let's see what your angels have for you today. Please drop your questions into the chat room, and let's get this party started. Let me get over here at the chat room. Hopefully, let's see. Your show is not on. What do you mean the show's not on? Let's see here. I'm still... Okay, Renee, can you tell me, is it still going? Let's see here. This is kind of wacky. Definitely Wacky Wednesday. Your show is not on. I'm trying to post a message now. Let's see. So, Angel, you're saying it's on. Okay. All right, so I'm being told that they can hear and see me, so I guess we're all good here. This is kind of... Oh, shoot. Now my chat room went away over there, but let's see if I can get it back over here. Live chat. Okay, you guys. Let's see. Message. Okay, so this is... Okay, yes, I can hear. Okay, well, good. All right, so let's drop some questions in the chat room, and I'll get you some answers. What did you guys think about the angel education? Did you like it? Did you find it informative? Yeah, I'd like your feedback on it. And also, for those of you who were not aware or haven't paid attention, I have the Sunday show as well. And so I'd really love for you guys to join me there. We're still at, I think it's 211 people, subscribers. Let me see if I can get it back over here. Let's see, go to channel, here we go. Yes, we're at 211 subscribers still. So hopefully we'll get that up. Let's see here if I can go here. Let's see. Well, I know Renee's in the house. Quelly's in the house. Hey, honey, how are you? And I know my friend Angela is, she may not be in the chat room. I can't see that over here, but she did text me that she can see and hear me. So, and I just lost my chat on my screen here. It's definitely Wacky Wednesday, and now that the lawnmowers from my apartment complex are right outside my window mowing the grass. Let's see here. Oh, and Brandy's in the house. She was, yes, Peggy, you're on. So, Brandy, I don't know if you guys could see, but here's, I'm going to show this to you again. I just love my new shirt. Look at this. Oh, my angels, wings up. Bonnie from Xanadu made that for me. I just love it. She's such a sweetheart. And I love supporting women in business. So if you guys go on over there, check out, she's got a gazillion t-shirts. She has one that's a Reiki dog mom, which I wanted to get, but I can't get it yet. You know what I'm saying? But I did get the one that says animals always feel it first, because I'm an animal Reiki master. So, and I love doing Reiki. So, when I get this new baby, whenever that might be, then I can get the other shirts. So, let's see. Oh, and so she says, thank you for the recap of all 12 archangels that you went through. Yeah, I mean, the other thing about this, I knew like the major top 3 or 4, right? But as far as some of these and some of the things they can do, like Jeremiah, I mean, I didn't know that you could ask for a life review while you're still here on this side. I had no clue. I hadn't thought about it, to tell you the truth, but I kind of like that. Um, which leads me to I wasn't going to really bring this up, but I think I need to. They're guiding me to tell you. Next week, I'm going to court, and I'm changing my name legally. And to a lot of people, they're like, why would you do that? And what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is the names that I've carried all have some real negative energy attached to them. And about 5 years ago, I thought about changing my last name. And my legal name is Margaret, but I've always gone by the nickname, which is Peggy. And I'm keeping Peggy, but I'm changing my last name. And but 5 years ago, I thought, no, I'm not going to spend my money on that. And, you know, I was raised, you know, your name is everything and blah, 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 right? So, you know, but when I got divorced, my first husband, my divorce, I kept the name because my son, you know, where my son and I would have the same last name. And then when I married the second time, I went through so much abuse and hell that I felt like I earned the name, which I didn't say it was clear thinking. I'm just saying that was my thought process, right? Well, you know, I moved from Arizona back to the Kansas City area, and I've gone through some shifts and changes here that I needed to go through and to clear out some stuff that needed to clear out. I'm not the same person that I was when I left here in 2013. And I mean, oh my God, the changes I've gone through in the last 13 years is, in my opinion, incredible, amazing. It's a blessing I'm still here, and I like who I am. And so I'm changing my name to, my first name is going to be Peggy. My middle name is going to be Oma, which stands for the Oh My Angels. And my last name is going to be Halo, Halo. So it's all about me doing the angel readings and being in service to God and to the angels. So to me, that's my blessing. That's my life. This is what I'm meant to be doing. And I'm making a stand, and I'm honoring what I do by claiming a name that honors who I am. So I'm excited. There's, golly, you guys, there's a lot of paperwork. You know, before, when you get married and you change your name, okay, fine, Social Security number, you do this, blah, blah, blah. But, oh my Lord, you know, I almost have to have an act of Congress to get it changed, and you got to have the documentation, and I'm excited. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I think that's Brandy. You have to forgive me because my chat's not working. I'm confused by some recent events. Can angels tell me about what to focus on to feel more secure in life? Is that from Brandy? Let me see. Or is that from... Okay, let me see if I can pull you up. I think it's Brandy. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm getting it. It's from Kim. I'm feeling so confused about some recent events. Can angels tell me about what to focus on to feel more secure in life? Well, Kim, I don't know what happened around you, but I do know. Oh yeah, I mean, I've been in relationships and been in situations where you don't feel like you can, you don't feel secure in your own self, let alone your own body and with circumstances around you. But what I've learned and what I've found is the circumstances that come up it's just a learning opportunity to know that, you know, God didn't make any mistakes when he made you, right? So whatever's going on around you, if you just breathe in, just hold it and release it, get yourself centered and grounded, and then ask, say, guide me, show me what it is I need to learn from this situation. And the best thing too, and this one took me a while to learn, but oh my God, I'm so grateful I learned it. And that's to be an observer in your life. You know, I was raised with drama, so I thought everything for the longest time. It's, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, that, you know, all the drama. And you don't need the drama to get your lesson or to get through whatever it is you're getting through. So if you'll look at something and just tell yourself, instead of reacting to it, go, oh, isn't this interesting? And just kind of sit with it for a little bit. Don't react, just sit with it. What I found when you do that, within a couple of minutes, you're like, oh, okay, this takes me back to when such and such happened and how I overreacted then because my feelings were hurt. So that's what this is triggering. It's to remind me I don't have to react that way. And I don't have to, you know, let this person cause me to get outside my comfort zone. I can look at them and go, oh, okay, well, that's why they're reacting this way because of XYZ, because, you know, maybe they were abused or maybe something happened to them, you know. So you can just kind of step back and observe what's going on, breathe into it, and then decide how you want to respond, not react, because you don't want to react, just respond, you know. And sometimes you don't have to say or do anything. It's the fact you took that breath instead of being dramatic and then a harsh reaction or whatever. So what I'm hearing is that's your lesson in this particular situation, is to step outside of it and just go, oh, isn't this interesting? And try to relate whatever's going on with something else that's happened in your past, right? Because we're still in Mercury retrograde until the 23rd. So the universe brings these situations up for us to say, hey, remember this situation? Remember how you acted with this, or how so-and-so acted with this? Do you want to keep that thing going, or are you ready to let that go? All right? So, I mean, I love it. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't love it so much, you know, because again, I thought everything had to be, you know, with the drama, that's the only way you could learn or get through things. But the older I have gotten, I've realized that Mercury retrograde is wonderful because it gives you the chance to officially let go of something that you're ready to let go of. And if you're not ready to let go of, no judgment. You know, it'll hang around to the next Mercury retrograde and give you another chance to see if you're ready to learn from that and move on. So I really feel like that's what's happening, okay? But I'll send some Reiki to the situation, but I feel you're going to be fine. Just breathe, okay? It feels like you're going to be fine, okay? I hope that helps. Now I can't read the, oh gosh darn it. It is Wacky Wednesday with all my computer stuff. Let's see here. Ellen's in the house. She says, love the name. Thanks, Ellen. I'm glad that you're in the room with us. I appreciate it. And Brandy's wanting, says, I'm curious. Okay, Brandy had an encounter with a hawk. It flew over me and landed in a tree. Then flew towards me, landed in a close tree, looked at me, and of course I'm talking to it. Then it flew over to a big pine. Well, hawks, I used to see them everywhere. Every time I was thinking about some decision I was going to make, I would have a hawk. And hawks come in to give you messages from the other side. So I feel like you're wrestling with a big decision or thinking about it. And the hawks, there for support, saying that whatever message you need, you'll get. Okay? And with clarity. Because they keep getting closer, right? So I love hawks. I think it's wonderful. So I think it's all that they're all about the clarity with the messages that'll be coming through for you and whatever this particular situation. It feels like whatever the situation is that you've been thinking about, I think there's a part of you that feels kind of like an island as far as the decision that you're wanting to make. And the hawk's saying, you're not an island, you're not alone. You know, they're there supporting you. Your guides and angels are there supporting you. And they're saying, stay open to receive, because ask the question and they'll get the answer for you, right? A lot of times, like I've told you guys over and over, and you'll hear me say it over and over again, because I, as a human being, forget too. We have to ask. They can't help unless we ask. So you see that hawk? Think about whatever it is you were thinking about, and then you saw the hawk. That's what the answer is about. So just remember that. I think it's exciting. It feels like good times for you. Um, let's see. No, let's see what this one says. Oh, Camo says, congrats on your name. Thank you. I'm very excited about it. I talked to my granddaughter about it, and when they got married, they had changed their last name as well. And I didn't understand it then, like, because I was raised, your name is everything. You got to take pride in your name no matter what, and stand tall and blah, 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 right? And so I wanted to make sure she was okay, because she was named after me with her middle name. And I'm doing away with that particular middle name. And she goes, Nana, what the bond we have is in more than just a name. So she goes, I'm cool with it. She thinks it's exciting. So, but to me, it's freeing. I'm letting go of really totally letting go of the emotional bondage that I had with both these marriages, and the trauma that I went through. They were both good men in their own way, right? But I held on to a lot of, I assumed the blame for everything that went wrong for both of them. That was just that's the way I was raised, right? And after the divorces and moving on and my spiritual growth, I've learned that we're all accountable, and that I can't take somebody else's blame either. They have to own up to their own. And both my husbands are on the other side, and both of them have come to me, and we've had long talks about our marriage and the things that went wrong and the lessons we were supposed to learn, and how we learned them, so it's been very informative. And so coming full circle back to the Kansas City area and letting go of those names now is very appropriate and very freeing, because now I can just be Peggy. I don't have to be the ex-wife of this one or the ex-wife of that one, or blah, whatever the circumstances. I was physically abused and mentally abused, and I mean, it is what it is. I learned lessons. They learned lessons, but I can really let it go. And it's, you guys, I'm so excited. And the talk about irony, the 23rd is when I go to court. And the 23rd is the day that Mercury stops going retrograde. So it starts the movement forward. So I'm like, yeah, baby. Talk about a divine sign, right? So I'm very excited about it. And I've been wanting to share it with you guys, but I thought, well, maybe some of you wouldn't get it or not approve. But I heard a while ago, just share with them. You guys are my Oma family, and I'm really so appreciative of the fact that you guys come here on Wednesdays and now on Sundays, and I'm glad you guys are in my life. It means a lot, and especially with your support with Yogi. So nobody likes to see somebody cry all the time, and at least today I'm not burst into tears. But yeah, it's hard, So thank you for your support, and knowing that, I'm still going through the grieving process, but Yogi's still around me, and I'm blessed. I've got you guys to help me, and I know that Jake and Yogi are working overtime to get me a new baby, and I'll have this little cuddly biscuit starting tomorrow. So if you come Sunday, I'll hold Biscuit up where you guys can all see a picture of Biscuit. Okay, let's see here. Now see, I can't read that. I love Wacky Wednesday. It keeps it from being boring, right? Let's see here. I can't read this one. I had a sparrow fly into the house. I can't read who this is from, but I've had people, sometimes they say when a bird flies in the house, I think there's some like negative connotation to that, but to me, it's my first thing is, poor thing, you got to get out of the house where it can be free. So you might look it up and see what the spiritual meaning is behind a sparrow, flying into the house. Randy says, I love hawks too. Thank you, Peggy. Also, love your new name and Biscuit. Yeah, I showed her a picture of Biscuit earlier today. Um, and it's really funny. I know, again, that message came from Yogi, you know. Um, I have felt him the first probably 2 or 3 weeks. I felt him around me a lot at night because that I'm just not sleeping. And when the second night in a row happened last night in the wee hours of this morning, I was like, this is not good for me. This is not healthy for me. You know, when I'm sitting at a stoplight and I can feel my whole body start to nod off, that's not good for me or anybody else. And so I asked for guidance. I said, you know, please, Mother, Father, God, angels, I need some help here. I got to get some rest. And, you know, I know I miss Yogi, but I know he's still around me. I know he's in a better place. He's not sick anymore. He's not in pain. So, but you got to help me. You got to help me get some sleep. And that's when I heard, you know, get Snuggle Buddy, you know, and sure enough, I'm gonna get Biscuit. So, and again, it's just that I think that like a little kid with a teddy bear, it gives you that comfort, right? So, I do have a Reiki bear that you guys remember the Care Bears. I had one. I have one called the sun. It was the Sunshine Bear, and I got it because I'm Leo and the sun, right? So I use that one when I'm sending, or I used to. I use that one when I'm sending remote Reiki. Now I don't have to concentrate on the bear. I can send it when and where I want. Um, but it's kind of like that same premise, you know. It helped get my focus off of, you know, sending Reiki to, you know, a distance or to a particular situation. So I think that's what Biscuit's going to do. It's just that comfort, that weight there next to me, knowing that, you know, I'm not alone, because I know I'm not. So anyway, long story short, I'm excited about it. So I'll introduce you guys to Biscuit. So does anybody have some other questions they want to answer today? Let's see. Yeah, Brandy said birds are amazing. Visitor in the house. Oh yeah, I was watching when I saw the hummingbird out there a while ago. I was like so friggin' excited. And of course, my first words, thank you, Mother of God, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, hummingbirds, they're just my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? They are just so friggin' amazing. I love the way that they interact with each other. I love it when they bomb each other. You know, they have one that sits there at the feeder and keeps the other hummingbirds away, except for its partner or buddy or whatever. And then you have other ones that just dive bomb. And, you know, you can just add your own sound effects. I had so much fun with them, but they're just so amazing. And that one that Yogi and I had in Goodyear, Arizona, was just amazing. That bird would get so close to Yogi, and Yogi would not snap at it or bark or startle it or anything. It's like they were communicating with each other. It was magical. And if you're on my social media page under just the Peggy, I'll find that video of us on the porch, with that, how close that hummingbird gets, and I'll see if I can post it so you guys could enjoy it. So let's see here. I don't know if I can get this to refresh for me. And totally off the subject here, did you guys see? I heard it this morning. I don't know if they're going to do it, if they're going to leave it up to the states, but I heard that they're finally thinking about it passed in the Senate. Now they've sent it to the Congress of having where we don't have the time change anymore. You know, like spring forward and fall back, all that other. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm all for it. Let's just get a time and let's stick with it, right? Because if you got animals, they're used to a certain time to being fed, and when you have to fall back and you feed them earlier, which you're always grateful for that, but then when it comes to the where you know, change the time or fall back, you know, where they don't get it sooner and they get it later, they're not too happy with you. So it makes us look like the bad guy. So it's like, no, let's get that taken care of. Kim says, any advice for my move? Should I speed it up or slow it down? You know, I'm hearing it's happening in divine timing. So you could attempt to speed it up or you could attempt to slow it down, but you're not going to change anything. Okay. I'm hearing you are, girl, you are happening in divine timing right now. So, um, um, I'm hearing that within the next 5 to 10 days, there's going to be something that happens. They're not showing me what, but you're going to be going like, "Oh my God, what was that?" And then you're going to breathe, and you're going to start laughing because it's just one of those silly little things that happens. It's not going to change the outcome of your move, or it's not negative, but it's one of those freak little things that happens. So you're going to be like, "Okay, I know," looking up, saying, "I know that was you." Okay, so it feels exciting for you. Congratulations. Where are you moving to? Is it a different city or state? The move feels so positive for you. I'm hearing congratulations on the move. Let's see here. See if I can see it over here. Can you tell me, are you still staying in the same city and state, or are you moving? Let's see. Okay. Well, anyhow, I feel like you're on divine timing, and it'll all come together to where you're like, okay, now I know why everything happened the way it did. So, but it feels good for you. It feels exciting. So, I mean, you could attempt to speed it up or slow it down. I don't think from the way they're showing it to me, it's going to make a darn bit of difference because you are in divine timing. Same city, I think, but everything is still in flow. Okay, let's see. Well, that's real interesting because when I first read it, it felt like a move out of the same, not move totally away from where you are right now. And then I also saw a move like just as simple as like just moving across the street. But when I look at the big picture, what I'm hearing is the final decision hasn't been made. It's like you're in a crossroads, so to speak, but you don't have all the you don't have all the maps in front of you yet, but that's coming up real shortly. So be open. Okay, you're being divinely guided. So just stay open, and just be in gratitude. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you for my new home, the new location. Thank you for all the blessings with the move and for everything running smooth, and just being gratitude and watch what happens. But I do feel I'm here in the next, not 5, 7 to 10 days. You'll have the clarification on exactly where you're moving and when. Okay, so just breathe. It's going to be fine. It feels exciting. Okay, it feels like this is just the start of something wonderful for you. So keep me posted. Okay. Um, Says also I need to ask for help with this move in ways I haven't in the past. So it is humbling, but also a new adventure. Girl, I'm telling you, I know all about that. I was led to, I'll give you an example. I was led to move to California, right? So, I mean, I didn't have a job at the time. This girl told me I could live with her. And, I just knew that, my angel business was going to take off and blah, blah, blah. And I got out there and things didn't work out how I had envisioned them, right? And looking back on it, I can tell you, in hindsight, 2020, the reason the angels guided me to California at the time was because I needed gallbladder surgery. And in California, I didn't have a job, so I wasn't working, so I didn't have the money to pay for the insurance. So the state of California stepped in, and I was taken care of. I didn't have to pay for it. And then as soon as I came home from the hospital and stuff, the girl I was living with said I needed to move. Just wasn't working for her. So I'm thinking I don't have the money to move. I want to get back to Arizona to my granddaughter and my son. And, I talked to U-Haul to find out how much it was going to cost to move me back and all this stuff. I had everything calculated and I got my taxes figured out. And I got to the penny what I needed to get me back to Arizona. Okay. So just turn the whole situation over to God and the angels. Say, guide me, show me. I need help. I'm asking for your help. So guide me, show me, help me to stay open to the possibilities. And I think you're going to see people step up that you never even thought possible. And I agree. It's humbling. I was raised, don't you dare ask for help from anybody because that just shows how weak you are. No, it shows how strong you are when you do ask, right? Um, it is so hard for me to ask anybody for anything, even the simplest things. I've gotten better at it now than what I ever used to be, but it's still hard. And I think part of it has to do with the fact I'm female, and I was told that, when women have to ask for help, then they're, it shows how weak they are, which is just totally the opposite. And B, I don't have a fear of failure, because I was raised, I was never good enough anyway. So who am I to ask, to ask God for help? And who am I to ask anybody else for help? Because, who would want to help me, right? So I know where you're coming from. I had to overcome all that. And now when I do ask for help, I'm cautiously optimistic, and it still almost just devastates me if I have to ask for help and that person can't help me, right? So it's still hard for me. It's gotten easier in some ways, but for the most part, because that was drilled into my head, to be a woman and ask for help just shows you how weak you are. But girl, it's not weak at all. But I ask God and the angels for help all the time. All the time. From the smallest thing to the largest thing. And I've got a lot of things going on behind the scenes right now. And as as the year progresses, you guys will be more privy to that, and it'll all come together. So just ask God and the angels for help, and know that you're being fully supported. This move's a good one for you. So let's see. Also, I need to ask for help okay, I did that. A new adventure. I know, it's exciting, isn't it? When I moved to Arizona for the first time from Kansas, I thought, I wonder if this is how the pioneers felt. Really, because I'd never just taken off and just, yes, my son and his wife at the time and my granddaughter lived out there, but that was it. I didn't know anybody else, quit my job here, all this stuff. And while it can be intimidating, it can be exhilarating. So for you, I'm feeling the excitement and exhilaration. And when you get a little nervous or whatever, acknowledge those feelings. Say, thank you for showing up, but, God and the angels have my back. This is going to be good. No matter what, I'm going to learn from this. It's going to be good, right? Because, yes, it can be very scary to ask for help. It was offered, but when it comes to the actual details, I'm feeling awkward and shy about it. I get it. But you know what? They offered, so now ask. Say, I really appreciate. Do you remember when you offered? Blah blah blah. I am so thankful for you, and here's what's coming down. Can you still help me with that? Because it would surely be appreciated. And I think that's the thing that's just so amazing. I've had friends who charged me. I'm not going to say friends charged me to take me from one end of town to the other end of town because I needed help. And I've had other people who supplied me with a round trip airline ticket, and it just amazes me. I'm not used to being given to, and so it's very humbling, and but I'm learning the greatest things you can do is to say thank you, and I'm so grateful. Show them the appreciation. It's wonderful, just be kind to people and have people be kind to you. It's just, I just love it. It's exciting. So yeah, hang in there. The move feels good for you. In fact, it does feel very exciting. So just go with the flow. When those feelings come up of fear or whatever, just say thank you for showing up. I appreciate you showing up, but God and the angels have my back. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for your continued support and for showing up here on Wednesdays and Sundays. Before I forget it, I wrote this down where I wouldn't forget. If you're in the metropolitan Kansas City area, I'm going to be at the Unity Church of Overland Park Fair. It's July 31st. And August 1st. And all the information and stuff will be on my web or my Facebook page, both the Peggy one and the Oh My Angels one. So you can check there. And you can also go to my website, which is Oh My Angels, which is ohmyangels.com. and go to events, and it shows you where I'll be located. I've got a lot of fairs coming up. I've got this one, 31st and 1st, and then I have an all-day event in Emporia, Kansas on the 4th of August. I think it's the 4th. No, the 8th of August. And then I think it's the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of August. It'll be out at Independence at, my mind isn't blank, at the hotel out there. Anyhow, you'll see it on my webpage. So there's a lot of fairs going on. It's exciting. I love this time of year. So if you're in the area, I would love to meet you in person. Come out for a reading. But until the next time, sending each and every one of you blessings, light, love, and angel hugs. Take care, everybody.